Hi, today we are going to discuss very important topic regarding Saudi Arabia VAT return process. Here we will understand step by step VAT filing. Here we will cover from login till the final submission of VAT return. But before starting step, we will understand who must file VAT return. If you are a VAT registered person in KSA, that time you have to file your VAT return within time. But there is a threshold for taking VAT registration in KSA. That threshold, for your understanding, revenue if crossing 375,000 riyal, that time you require to take registration under VAT. If you are not taking registration, crossing your revenue threshold, that time you have to pay penalty around riyal 10,000. So for your understanding, if you are crossing your revenue, that time you have to take your VAT registration in KSA. Secondly, if you are required to voluntary VAT registration, that time also you need to check your revenue. If your revenue is crossing 187,500 riyal, that time you can take the VAT registration on the voluntary basis. And further, if you are foreign establishment and operating in KSA, that time there is no any threshold. You have to take VAT registration from the first sale. So for your understanding, what the foreign establishment, if you are e-commerce exporter, like you are registered in UAE, that time you want to sell in KSA through the e-commerce platform. So that time, from the starting of your first sale, within 30 days you have to take VAT registration in KSA, otherwise you will get the fine. What the fine? Fine is real 10,000. So I hope you understand. If you are registered person in KSA, that time you have to file your VAT return. Second important aspect we need to discuss here, VAT return deadline. VAT return deadline is normally in KSA there is a monthly and quarterly basis. Regarding the monthly, you when your sale is crossing real 40 million, 40 million, that time you will get the your VAT span is monthly basis. You have to file monthly basis VAT return. Further, if you are a small businessman, means your sales is not crossing real 40 million, that time you have to file your return on the quarterly basis. I hope you got it. And further, here we will start. First of all, we need to go the ZATCA website. There we need to take the login. In login, firstly you need to fill that in, then you have to fill the password. After filling this two scenario, that time you will get the OTP in your registered mobile number. When you fill that OTP, that time you will get the screen. That screen will be look like this. Means you can see here the zakat and income tax VAT. But here is a four segment of this page. First is general service, second is zakat, third is withholding tax, and fourth is indirect tax and value added tax. We need to click here indirect tax and value added tax because you are going to file your VAT return. When you are clicking on this, that time you can get the next screen like this. In this screen you need to click here return of the VAT. When you click this return on VAT, that time you will get two options, display oblique submit the return, and secondly there is a request a filing frequently change. Then you need to click here display and submit return. After clicking this, you can get this new screen. Here you can see the your old file return, and finally you can get the what you need to file here. This is, you can see that this is quarter third. Last time we filed some of my client on the quarter third. That due date is 31st October 2025. All quarterly return will be filed following month end date, that is due date from all the scenario in case. I hope you got it. Further, after clicking this, we can get the next screen. What will the next screen? Next screen is the steps of VAT filing. First step is instructions, second step is taxpayer detail, third is VAT return form, and fourth is summary. First and second is very simple and you need to click here only. Instruction you need to read out and click step second. Then step second also taxpayer detail. Taxpayer you need to check that taxpayer detail is correct. You need to click that. And then third step is a little bit important for you because here we need to fill some information as required by ZATCA website. So first of all, we need to understand this VAT return form. You can see this is format of VAT return form you can get at the time of your VAT return. There is a mainly two segment. One is a VAT on sales and second is VAT on purchase. So in VAT of sales segment, you need to put here the sales information. Normal sales you can put here. If some sale on which the government bears the VAT, that time you can fill here. Adjustment, what will be the adjustment here? Adjustment, if the last return you make some typo mistake, another mistake, that up to the specified limit you can put the correction here. And then zero rated domestic sale. What type of zero rated domestic sale? For example, for your understanding, there is example of qualified medicines and qualified investment on metals. And fourth is exports. If you are exporting goods or service in the other country, that time you need to inform here, that is 0%. And then finally is fifth is exempted sale. You need to fill here exempted sale. What is the exempted sale? Some financial service, like you are uh, getting some interest on loan, that time that is exempted. And further you can understand, for example, renting and leasing and residential building, that time you will get some revenue, that is exempted sale. What the fallback of exempted sale? If you are considering in exempted sale, that time you cannot take the benefit of VAT input. This is normal small scenario is that. Further we need to discuss here VAT on the purchase. If you fill the VAT on sale segment, that time you have to put the VAT on the purchase. VAT on purchase you need to inform here standard rated domestic purchase. This is normal purchase, we need to fill here. And 8 point is very important, import subject to VAT paid on the import. If you are importing any goods from the outside country, in case that time you need to inform here what you actually paid in the custom. That VAT amount you can put here and that you can claim back. Further in 9 segment you need to fill here the import of services. If you are importing any service, that time you need to inform here. Further, zero rated purchase, as we understand zero rated sale, the against opposite of that, that is zero rated purchase. If someone is selling medicines, then other person is purchasing medicine, that is zero rated. So I hope you got it. Similarly like that, next scenario, similarly like that, exempted purchase. If someone is renting any land and building to you, at time you need to inform here. I hope you got it. Further, after putting the information regarding the sale and purchase, this is net automatically will be calculated here. This is the form we need to understand before filing the VAT return. Finally, after filing, you will get the acknowledgement. Acknowledgement, the format of acknowledgement is like this. There is taxable period and receipt date, and after 5 minutes you can get the Sadat bill number. When you get the Sadat bill number, that time you can pop up the pay invoice. So you can click here and you make the payment here for your VAT liability. I hope you got it. This is a simple scenario we want to discuss here. If you need any clarification from my side, please comment here. If you need any support service regarding VAT filing and understanding of VAT filing, so please comment here. We will support here. Thank you very much.